We made it. Wow, the technical difficulties this morning. Anyways, all right. So today we're talking about sex toys. Have you ever been at someone's house and you end up alone in their bedroom and you want to open their nightstand drawer so bad to see what's in there? Or maybe that's just me. Am I the only dirty little bird that wants to do that? Anyways, I'm going to give you a peek into my naughty little nightstand today. So we are talking about everything sex toys. I have a few that I'm going to share with you, getting them a little organized down here. So it's a surprise. So this is also going to be a shopping guide for women. So I'm talking about the good, the best, and the terrible, the things that you want to avoid. And some of this is, by the way, completely a matter of opinion. I'll be totally honest. There are certain toys that it really is just a matter of what your body likes, what you like, things that are aesthetically turn on or a turn off. So a lot of it is definitely subjective, but let's see, where should we start? Why don't we start with one of the most popular toys out there? Mine is a little bit different that I'm going to be showing you, but the magic wand. So typically when you see a wand, it is a bigger white, looks just like this, except white and a whole lot bigger. Hi, thanks for the love. I don't see who that is, but I appreciate the hearts. I bought this one because I know, unpopular opinion, I'm not a fan of the big wand. I don't like the way it looks. To me, it looks medical, which is just squicky to me. And also, okay, I want to tread lightly here because I know for some women, if it's hard to have an orgasm, the wand is freaking amazing. Like it'll get you there. It's such a powerful vibration. It's wonderful for that. For me personally, I don't like that. I don't want to have an orgasm that fast. I want to like linger and let it build. I like to let it build and then kind of back off and then, wait a while to actually have an orgasm. So I bought this one because it is very powerful. It has different vibration settings, different pulsations. Oh, this one is that. Yeah. So it's like, you can see how powerful it is. Definitely gets the job done. I like it aesthetically a little bit better. So this is a great go-to toy. And I know for a lot of women, you might be in your 40s or even 50s or 60s and you've never purchased a sex toy before. Something like this can be a great start because it's versatile. It has different speeds, different kind of pulsations. You can use it on different parts of your body. It doesn't have to just be clitorally focused. So you can kind of start to learn what you like with something like this. It's, pretty discreet, kind of non-threatening looking. So if you're nervous about it, this can be a really good place to start. I recommend. Hi, 2 people watching. Feel free to say hi in the chat. And if you have questions, please drop them in the chat. I'd be happy to answer for you too. Okay. So don't let my opinion sway you from trying the bigger, the white one, because it's really powerful. Like I said, it'll get the job done and you can use it as a body massager too. One of the things that I've sort of come to not love about sex toys, I mean, I love sex toys. I love all things. I have a whole bunch that I'm going to show you. However, I think sex and sensuality should be really pleasure focused and not necessarily orgasm focused. And with a lot of toys, they're orgasm focused. They're designed to really make you come fast. And for me personally, like I said, I like to kind of linger and languish. And I also know sometimes when you're in a hurry and maybe the only time that you have is with the bathroom door shut when your kids are out there banging on the door or pets or job demands or whatever it is. So sometimes you have to get the job done quick. And I get that. But also having a toy like this that you can use on different parts of your body, you can use it on your nipples, you could use it on your neck, you could actually use it for a little neck massage too. Really getting your skin and your whole body involved can really take your pleasure to new heights as well. So this is a good starter toy or even just a good addition to any toys that you already have. So this is a good one. Next one I'm going to show you, these are really fun. So these are glow in the dark nipple sort of pump clamps, I guess you would call them. These are really fun if you like nipple stimulation. And what's really nice about these two is that like the harder you squeeze it before you stick it, the more suction that you're actually going to get on your nipple area. Or you could even use this on your clitoral area too if you want to get more blood flow into your clitoris, because fun fact, as we get older and our testosterone drops, our clitoris can actually shrink. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that the pleasure diminishes, but it can get smaller. And so using something like this on your clitoral area to bring more blood flow and to actually kind of like pump blood into your clitoris can make it a little bit bigger, and that can actually add to sensation as well. Just having more blood flow can bring more sensation to the area anyways, whether you're concerned about it being smaller or not. So yeah, and these are glow in the dark, so they're fun in the dark. And like I said, the lighter you squeeze, let's see, a little squeeze, and then on the skin, it's going to give you less of a kind of pull or a suction, and the more it's going to give you more suction. And the longer that you leave it on there, that's going to bring more blood flow into the nipple or wherever you have it on your body. And like you can see, it's like a little bit on my hand just from the time that was there. Let's see if we can make it better. So these are really fun because it can really add some sensation to nipples. And if you have sensitive nipples, this can actually increase the sensitivity in a really nice way. And like I said, you can start light and then it can increase the intensity with these. So these are fun. I like these. Okay. Next we're going to talk about this. So this is a little bit more of an advanced toy. So this can be used vaginally, it can be used anally, whatever you do. If you use this anally, use a condom on it, because that's going to, even though it's stainless steel, having a condom on anal toys, I think is always, just do it all the time. Even if it's body safe materials, you're only going to use it anally. Great. I think using condoms on anal toys is always the way to go. Especially if you think you might try this anally and then also use it vaginally, you definitely want it covered. And then even when you take the cover off, wash it first, or have two of these if you want to use them interchangeably. Do not ever put anything that you've used anally, don't put it near your vagina or your urethra. That's going to be instant infection. It's not fun. So where this can really come in handy is, and again, you want to start very gently, because this is, it's stainless steel, so it's not bending anywhere. But if you're someone who, like, if you're not sure where your G-spot is, this or this side, personally, if you've never explored the inside vaginally, I would start with I would actually start with your finger. Short fingernails, lube if you need it, and just start feeling around inside and seeing what feels good. Different angles, different types of pressure. And the more turned on you are, the more blood flow you're going to have in your vagina, and that can change the sensation as well. So just start slow, be very, very gentle. So if you have not explored where your G-spot is, this can be a really great toy to start with, because the way that it's angled, if you insert it into your vagina and go straight up like that, boom, usually for most women, you're going to hit the G-spot right there. And then you can kind of play with how much pressure you like, if that feels good, if it's like, oh, let's turn it that way and maybe feel the walls a little bit. Interesting. Just get curious. And if you do start and you're like, oh my God, what am I doing this? I'm freaking out. It's okay. It's okay. Just take a breath, calm your body. you're not doing anything wrong. Sometimes when we start to explore ourselves sexually for the first time or doing different things, that can bring up like surprising shame stories that we didn't even know were there. So if that happens, just get curious about it. And if you want to work through it later, that's great. You don't necessarily have to work through it in the moment. But if it's too much, don't make yourself wrong. Like whatever happens, just stay curious and remember that anytime you're trying something new, whether it's sexually, whether it's traveling to a new destination, whether it's cooking something that you've never cooked before, it's going to be weird and awkward and you might forget an ingredient and things might go sideways. That's life. And it's the same when we are exploring sexually. So whatever happens, just try to go with the flow the best that you can and remain curious. Okay. So this one can be really good for finding the G spot. For some women, they like a little bit deeper and more pressure, like on your cervix. And this can be good for that. You can really get deep into the vagina and find your cervix and have a cervical orgasm. This can be good for that, you know, depending on every woman's vagina is different. I mean, structurally, it's basically the same, but what feels good, if you've had children, if you have endometriosis, if, you know, for some women, they have fibroids. I had fibroids and it was actually pressing down into my my cervix and I could feel it from the inside. Like if I put my fingers in my vagina, I could feel where my cervix was because I had fibroids. I had a hysterectomy. I feel a million times better. And that's not something I've actually explored yet. I had my cervix removed and I have my ovaries. I didn't have a radical hysterectomy, but I had my uterus and my cervix taken out. And I haven't actually explored what it's like to go deep on my own. So this might be something I might try too. I haven't tried everything. There's a lot of things I haven't tried. So again, just start really slow. You can put this in and kind of like, okay, whoa, that feels okay. That's good. That feels weird. I don't know. And then try it again later, another day. So that's that toy. Let's see. Okay. This is one of my favorites lately. This is a rose, like a strictly clitoral toy. And the thing I like about this is that it has this cute little charger and it sits right on there. So on your nightstand, you can have it sitting just like that. And it's a USB, so you can charge it basically anywhere. This is a really good one to take on vacation because it's nice and small. And it has different speeds. Let me see if it's, there we go. You might need a charge. Oops, sorry. I didn't realize you couldn't see. Yeah, it needs to be charged. It definitely gets more powerful than that, but it's got a little suction there and vibration. So it's, if you can see how it's just a little bit of suction. I kind of wish it had a little more suction, but the vibration's nice. But again, also this is one that I love, and I also, it can make me climax too fast. So yeah, but it's good. I mean, this one you can use on nipples also if you have sensitive nipples. So if you have a few of these, that could be fun to have like 3 of them and have one on each nipple and then one using clitorally, or give one to your partner. So yeah, it's just really a matter of like, if you go shopping for toys, think about, or you don't have to. If you're like, I'm up for an adventure, I'm just going to see what I like and buy what I like. That's wonderful. If you're a little bit nervous about it, think about what you want to be experiencing and the kind of toys that can give you that. And if you have questions, I can give you some pro tips also. So this is one. This is a cute little toy that has like obviously vaginal and clitoral. Yep. And then different. Ooh. Yeah. So this one's got a lot going on. Oh, I turned it off. So the other thing to keep in mind, oh, there we go, is think about where the buttons are placed and if that's going to be easy for you to maneuver on your own. So if you're using this on yourself and you have it, in towards your body, are those buttons going to be easy for you to maneuver? Do you have any arthritis in your hands or your fingers? That would make it difficult to use a certain toy. So that's something to look out for, is just like how easy are the buttons to use, and knowing which one is doing what before you start playing with it. And also make sure they're fully charged, because having a toy die on you right before you're about to have an orgasm is really disappointing. So fully charged. Okay, this is kind of a fun one. So this one has a piece that is vaginally, obviously, or anally. You could do this anally. Again, always putting condoms over your toys. And then it has this like nice little mouth feature. And there we go. It is charged. Okay, so it's got this like nice little action to it. I wish this was bigger because, okay, settle down. Because if you squeeze your vaginal muscles, it just comes out. It's kind of easy to be pushed out. So if this was bigger or had like maybe like a wider head on it, I would like this better. This part is actually pretty nice. It's pretty fun. And this one also is fun for nipple play as well. So you don't have to just put this on, on your clitoris or over your labia, your vaginal lips. You can actually use it on your nipples too. And the tongue is it's a strong vibration in the movement there. It's a fun toy. I like this one. Okay. I got this one on Lovehoney, and I'm going to put the links below this video if you're curious about purchasing any of these toys. I am an affiliate for Babeland and Lovehoney. I'll see where I got that toy. So I do get a little commission if you buy toys from my affiliate links, just so you know. Okay, so let's talk about butt plugs. This one is a pretty big one. This actually is a whole set that I have of like a smaller one and a smaller one. If you're new, I did a whole video on how to get started using butt plugs. It's also on my channel. So take a look at that video, because I go in depth. I go in deep with butt plugs in that video. So check that out if you're curious about this. This one, if you're new and this is the first time you're ever using one, I don't recommend starting here. You want to start small. Anal play, you always want to start very small, relaxing your body as much as possible. But it's another fun toy. It can increase sensation vaginally to use a butt plug as well. So, and there are all different kinds. I mean, this is silicone. Again, cover it always. They make stainless steel, glass. There's all kinds of beautiful, fun butt plugs that you can buy out there. So when it comes to shopping, when it comes to buying toys, doing some research first. If you have girlfriends that you can talk to about the toys that they like, that's great, just to get their opinion. If you want to ask your resident certified kink-informed sex coach, moi, I'm here for you to help you with that as well. So it's really personal preference, the kind of experience that you want to have. Are you looking to have just a strictly clitoral orgasm? Are you trying to have a G-spot orgasm? If you're wanting to explore cervical stimulation, those are all going to determine the kind of toys that you buy. So do some research. Now, some advice on bad toys out there. I wonder if this is going to get banned from YouTube, but I'll show it to you anyways and see what happens. So I have this toy. It's great. I really like this toy. The thing I don't like about it is I don't even remember why or where I bought this. I think I just bought this for decoration when I had my dungeon. I think I just had it sitting on a shelf. For those of you who haven't or just hearing about me for the first time, I was a professional dominatrix and I had a dungeon for a while. And so I had some decorative things. I think I might have bought this there because okay, so what's bad about this toy is that the material is actually not high quality. And so it's sticky already. I've only had this for a couple years. It hasn't really been used. It's been washed every time and put away. And the material is already kind of degrading and getting really sticky. So a toy like this, a toy that you're not sure about the quality of the materials, you don't ever want to insert that vaginally because if it has microplastics or phthalates, that can get into your body. Who knows whatever kind of materials it's made of, that's actually going to absorb into your body and it can be very toxic. So buy the best toys that you can possibly afford because they're going to be made of better material. If you do buy a cheaper toy like this and you like it and you still want to use it, just use a condom over it, just cover it. And that should be fine. Unfortunately, usually even with sex toys, you do get what you pay for. And sometimes you're going to buy something that's just like not the greatest. I actually bought a toy one time that the biggest selling point for me was that it was like sex toys made for women from a woman-owned company. And I was like, oh, cool. This must be a great toy. It was cheap. It wasn't that fun to play with. And so wasn't a great experience. I mean, sometimes we're not always going to win with our purchases, but you usually get what you pay for, do some research, invest in toys, the best toys that you can afford because they're going to last longer. They're going to be better for your body. And they're usually going to work better. The mechanism inside that makes them work is going to work better. So highly recommend that. Something else I was going to say. What was it? Does anyone have any questions? It looks like there's just still a few people on here, which I really appreciate. I hope this has been informative and helpful. Yeah, but just get creative with sex toys. I know like we talked about a little bit earlier, it can be a necessity to have a toy that is going to get you where you want to be and give you that climax that you're looking for as quick as possible because life demands are creating that situation where it's just necessary to get it done. But if you can, take your time. There's really a lot to be said for self-seduction, really just incorporating as many senses of your body as you possibly can into your solo play, not just having it be orgasm focused and then get up and go, and if it is orgasm focused, like what if you did that? Like, what if you just came quick and then instead of jumping up and cleaning up and putting your clothes on, what if you just sat there or laid there and just really felt the pleasure and the chemical rush of orgasm? Just like let it wash over your whole body and just see how that sensation, the intense orgasmic energy that's coming from your clitoris or your vagina, like imagine that pleasure wave can actually like roll through your whole body. Imagine that you could take that orgasmic energy and that orgasm feeling all the way up to like the crown, the tip of your head, or like to your eyelashes or to the tips of your toes. Even for 60 seconds. Like if it feels weird to do that, try it for 30 seconds or 60 seconds. And if you can do it for even longer, a minute, 2 minutes, or after you have an orgasm, maybe just like holding yourself or giving yourself a little bit of a massage. breathing, just really taking that in, just breathing in really deep into your belly and then exhaling. And with the exhale, just letting that energy flow through all of the cells of your body. It can really be a deep self-care practice rather than just, kind of a fucking run with yourself. Those can be fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it always has to be an elaborate kind of setup, but why not? Why not incorporate some self-seduction and some self-love into the practice? Because there's more. There's always bigger, deeper heights that we can go with our sensuality. I'm still discovering so much. So looks like we have some people on still. Does anyone have any questions or a fun story? The first time you went to a sex shop to go shopping? I remember, was it the first time I ever went? I might have gone by myself when I was like 18, but I do remember clearly going with my boyfriend at the time, who I was 18 and he was 20, and we went to the Castle Boutique in Phoenix, Arizona. And it was like this massive store. They had lingerie and outfits and all kinds of toys. And we were just walking through there, just like fascinated. It was really interesting and fun. So that was the first. I had a great experience with that. I know it's not always the best for people. So I feel lucky that my first serious relationships and sexual encounters were pretty good, but it set the bar high. And then when I got into relationship with someone later who was not very kinky or explorative, it was like, oh, is there something wrong with me? So that's a big part of my story, is just like feeling confused and not really sure about my own identity sexually. And it wasn't something that I really discovered for myself until my 40s. And that's a big reason that I became a sex coach, was because once I really had the language and the understanding about my own orientation, that I'm kinky, that changed everything for me. It changed the way that I approach relationships. It changed my self-confidence. It got rid of a lot of shame that I had around my sexuality when I finally understood, like, oh, I'm just kinky, and that's that's wonderful. I just need to find other kinky people, rather than trying to make it fit with people who aren't. And it's okay if someone isn't kinky, if they're more on the vanilla side, that's wonderful. But that's not something that's going to work for me long term, to be with someone who's vanilla when I'm not. So yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up there. Well, thanks for tuning in for this week's episode of the Hump Day Hotline. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Please share this with anyone who would find it helpful. And if you have questions about your sexuality and you're not sure where to start, the Hump Day Hotline, the link is in my link tree for my channel, and I'll also put it in the description below. So whatever questions you have, you can send them to me. I'll create a video for you right here on YouTube Live, and I'll also email you the answer. So until next time, thanks again for watching. Thanks for the hearts.